lovers, and welcome back to another one of my speed paint videos. For this year's Inktober, I wanted to work on creating a little bit more expression in my line art. So I'll be working with brush pens and just kind of making better use of the Microns that I usually work with to create different line weight, which should make for stronger illustrations. Now, the inspiration for this piece comes from a not so scary movie, although the scene in it is very creepy, or was very creepy when I first saw it. It's the scene from Toy Story where the next door neighbor, Sid, he's now pushed the toys so far and they're tired of the abuse and they're kind of ready to fight back, or at least scare him into thinking that they will. And that's kind of the idea behind this. She is a toy that has been abused and kind of mutilated, and she is taking revenge on not just the child but the entire household. It's a little dark, a little darker than I normally do for my illustrations, but 'tis the season, right? Halloween's coming up, and I thought it might be fun to show a little more of a sinister side to my art. So this is actually my first time doing ink washes, and I've done watercolor washes before, but for whatever reason I was very nervous to put these ink washes down. I think because it's a solid black on the paper, and once it's down, and there's not much you can do about it afterwards. But I was actually able to make a few different values of the ink washes using this round palette that you see, by just mixing different amounts of water with the ink in each section. And then I just tested it out on another piece of paper to check and see where I wanted the values to hit, and how dark I wanted this absolute darkest, and how light I wanted the absolute lightest area to be. And that helped me to not be as nervous. It was still nerve-wracking, but I was really satisfied with the outcome. I don't know if you can see them here, but I have little G's. I kind of did a little bit of a color by numbers for the background, so I just kind of numbered the areas so that way I wouldn't lose track of where was supposed to be light and where was supposed to be dark, and that really helped. So like the lightest area here, I just numbered 1, and then moving on 2, 3, and 4, and then G is actually for the background in the windows that you'll see I'm gonna do with a gold tone. So let's talk about inks. The ones that I'm using for this piece are primarily the Speedball Super Pigmented Acrylic in Gold and the Higgins Black India inks. And then for pen, Faber-Castel Brush Tip Pen, and the classic Micron pens in various sizes. I did decide to go in with watercolor, and this is my Winsor & Newton watercolor set that I always use. I kept the blues of her dress fairly pale, along with the gold ink in the background for the windows, because I really wanted that red to pop. I love how graphic these primary colors look against the black and gray values. Now here's where things get really fun. I'm masking off parts of her face and portions of the house to do some nice blood splatter. Again, a little nerve-wracking because I didn't want to mess up the painting at this point, but I love the way this turned out. It is so creepy, and that blood is so vibrant against the stark contrast of that grayscale background. Now this is a little palette that I've been waiting to use for something special. It's a Finetec metallic watercolor pan set. You get 5 different golds and a silver. They are beautiful. Really nice opaque colors. You do want to let the water sit in the individual pan for a while so you get a nice solid tone, but really beautiful smooth color. And now I'm down to the last little details, doing the light in her eyes, and refining the outline. I will of course put a list of all the tools used in the description below. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to see what you're working on for Inktober, and I cannot wait to start working on this week's piece. As always, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.